In the midst of just a packed weekend of news involving Russia, Ukraine, and the possibility of a Biden Putin summit and so many other things, it almost got lost that a judge has determined Donald Trump and his children will have to answer questions under oath as part of an investigation. This is a massive, massive story. A New York judge shot down a bid to block the state attorney general's subpoenas of the former president, Donald Trump Jr., and Ivanka Trump. This is a massive, massive story. A judge ordered former President Donald Trump and two of his children Thursday to answer questions under oath about the Trump Organization's business practices in the state attorney general's civil probe against the company. Remember, this is a civil probe, not criminal. Lawyers for Trump, Trump Jr., and Ivanka wanted to quash the subpoenas from Letitia James's office, arguing the investigation is politically motivated and designed to provide fuel for an ongoing criminal probe into the company by the Manhattan District Attorney's Office. In his ruling, State Supreme Court Justice Arthur Engoron gave the green light for the three to be deposed within the next 3 weeks. He also ordered the former president to turn over documents and information subpoenaed within 2 weeks and portrayed the Trump's claim of being selectively targeted as overblown. The Trump lawyers indicated at a hearing that they would appeal if Engoron let the depositions proceed. Quote, "There is a likelihood that we will appeal," said Alan Futerfas, the attorney for Trump's kids. What could happen if they ultimately do testify is something called taking the fifth. Taking the fifth, the Associated Press reporting, the choice could soon be Trump's in a New York probe. To plead the fifth or not, that is the question Donald Trump may face. Trump's lawyers are almost certain to appeal the decision. Barring a successful legal challenge, Trump would face a decision between answering questions under oath or remaining silent and invoking his Fifth Amendment right, a tactic he has equated with evidence of guilt. Remember that. Remember Trump's previous statements about people who plead the fifth. Just a reminder.
Fifth Amendment. The mob takes the fifth. If you're innocent, why are you taking the Fifth Amendment?
Fifth Amendment. Horrible. Horrible.
The mob takes the fifth. If you're innocent, why are you taking the Fifth Amendment?
Wow, that's a fair point. And Donald Trump speaking about it regularly during the campaign.
Her staffers taking the Fifth Amendment. How about that? And her ringleaders getting immunity. Now, she has people taking the Fifth Amendment. 4 people plus the guy who illegally did the server. You know, he put in the illegal server.
Right.
So there are 5 people taking the Fifth Amendment, like you see on the mob, right? You see the mob takes the Fifth. If you're innocent, why are you taking the Fifth Amendment?
That is a beautiful question. Now, we all know what Trump's going to say if he ends up taking the fifth. He will say, no, listen. Those people were being legitimately looked at because they did things that were wrong and they took the fifth. So their using the fifth is evidence of their guilt. But for me, these are unfair, politically motivated witch hunts. So it's totally different. My analysis of people pleading the fifth and that making you look guilty, that's only the case if you're not me. If you're me, it's all politically motivated and blah, blah, blah. This is genuinely a problem for the Trump family. And I think, again, I want to restate, this is all related to a civil case, not a criminal case. But it is important in that it could set precedent as to whether Trump could similarly be forced to answer questions under oath in a criminal case. And we know that there are multiple investigations looking into whether Donald Trump has committed crimes, not just civil infractions or has civil liability. So we're obviously going to be following this really closely, not the news that Trump was hoping for. And this sent Trump into full panic mode. And we're going to look at his statement next. One of our sponsors is Athletic Greens, which makes comprehensive daily nutrition really simple. People are busy. We're not always getting effective, balanced nutrition from the food we eat. We sometimes are combining all sorts of different vitamins, supplements, different things that may be relevant to us. AG1 by Athletic Greens is a delicious drink that just simplifies the entire thing. It's one product. You get all of the things you need, 75 vitamins, minerals, and whole food sourced ingredients. It's a multivitamin, it's a multi-mineral, it's a probiotic, green food blend in one daily serving, really easy. High quality, bioavailable ingredients can fill those nutritional gaps in your diet, and they can help with gut health and digestion and support you in other ways. And they can replace multiple products and pills that you might be taking. It's just one drink, really simple. I've been enjoying the AG1 drink by Athletic Greens. Tastes good, helps me get everything I'm trying to get. Athletic Greens is giving my audience a free 1-year supply of vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase when you go to athleticgreens.com/Pacman. The link is in the podcast notes.